All right, everybody, what an exciting week 16 in the NFL. Sunday's action in week 16 in the NFL was simply amazing. We'll get to the Sunday night football game in just a moment, but man, Washington and Philly, what a finish it was. Of course, the Washington Commanders beat the Philadelphia Eagles 36-33. So in this game, a lot of storylines. Let's start off with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts suffered a concussion in the first quarter, did not return. Kenny Pickett finished the game. Kenny was Kenny. He was okay. However, I thought that the Eagles, their game plan was going to be really run dominant, letting Saquon Barkley do his thing. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. They actually tried to balance the offense and not only let Saquon do his thing, but also let Kenny Pickett get passes as well. They should have stuck with the Eagles should have stuck with being run dominant and letting Saquon Barkley do his thing more and let Kenny only pass the ball when necessary. And it backfired on them because they allowed the Commanders to come back and give Washington a lot of credit. Washington took advantage of the opportunity. And how about Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels is a star, and he is a superstar in the making. It's clear that he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He throws the game-winning touchdown pass to wide receiver Jamison Crowder. And you talk about a finish. You talk about one thrilling game. This was also a game that the Eagles should have won. They didn't, even with Hurts not returning and even with Pickett being at the quarterback position. They should have used a lot of Saquon Barkley in this game. They didn't. They allowed Washington to come back. Jaden Daniels threw 5 touchdown passes in this contest. Terry McLaurin played a great game. And as I stated earlier, Jamison Crowder caught the game-winning touchdown. That was an exciting game between Philly and Washington. And you talk about what a difference a year makes. The Commanders in the playoffs, those two did not go together. This year, it's a whole different story. And Jaden Daniels is a star, and he's definitely a superstar in the making. And speaking of being a star in the making, the Atlanta Falcons. So they decided to, head coach Raheem Morris decided to bench Kirk Cousins. The Falcons have already said they're going to release Kirk Cousins in the month of March. So the Michael Penix Jr. era is officially underway in Atlanta, or I should say it has begun in Atlanta. And he played a solid game with the Falcons beating the Giants 34-7. He completed 18 out of 27 passes for 202 yards, and he had an interception. So Atlanta, moving on from Kirk Cousins, and the Michael Penix Jr. era officially begins in Atlanta. And this sets the stage for Sunday Night Football next week between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders in Landover, Maryland. This is going to be an exciting game between two rookie quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix Jr. The way it's looking right now, these could be game-changing, culture-changing franchise quarterbacks. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the Atlanta and Washington game, specifically Michael Penix Jr. going up against Jaden Daniels. But in the meantime, in between time, Washington was able to beat Philly, come back from behind to beat the Eagles 36-33, and the Falcons had their way with the Giants 34-37. Sunday Night Football was a great game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cowboys would win 26-24. Dallas eliminated from the playoff picture, but they fought hard, and especially towards the end, Dallas's defense really stepped up, especially their cornerbacks. Deron Bland, 8 tackles and a fumble recovery, including that last play when he stripped the ball from the wide receiver, from the running back. It was Bucky Irving. He stripped the ball from Bucky Irving, and Deron Bland was able to make a great play on that one with the fumble recovery. And then Jordan Lewis getting that interception. That was exciting. So that was a fun game between the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Dallas winning 26-24. The Miami Dolphins beat the San Francisco 49ers 29-17. 49ers playoff chances are practically over with. The Las Vegas Raiders beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 19-14. The Buffalo Bills close game beat the New England Patriots 24-21. How about Sam Darnold? Definitely should deserve strong consideration for this year's MVP. Vikings big win over the Seattle Seahawks 27-24. Justin Jefferson, hey, doing what JJ does best, right? Catching passes, getting touchdowns. The Vikings, man, so underrated this year. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Tennessee Titans 38-30. Jonathan Taylor over 200 yards rushing. The Colts are still in the playoff hunt. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Cleveland Browns 24-6. The Los Angeles Rams beat the New York Jets 19-9. Great win for the Carolina Panthers. They beat the Arizona Cardinals in overtime 36-30. Arizona's been eliminated from the playoffs. And we had the Detroit Lions handle their business offensively, beating the Chicago Bears 34-17. So again, on Saturday's games, we had the Houston Texans take on the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Chiefs beat the Texans 27-19, but the main story in all of this was early in the third quarter when Texans wide receiver Tank Dell dislocated his left kneecap after scoring a touchdown for Houston. He was carted off the field and taken to a Kansas City hospital. Well, the official word is that Dell is expected to miss the rest of the season after suffering a torn ACL and a dislocated kneecap. And if you watch that game or if you've seen snippets of it on social media, the injury was just nasty and very gruesome. But again, Houston Texans wide receiver Tank Dell will miss the rest of the season due to a torn ACL and a dislocated kneecap, specifically a torn ACL in his left knee and a dislocated left kneecap. So all of our prayers and blessings are with Tank and wishing for a speedy recovery, man, and hopefully he can get back out there whenever the time is right. And then we had the Baltimore Ravens beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 34-17. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdown passes in this game. Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry, rushing for 162 yards. So Baltimore trying to get back in the groove of things, and hey, they're getting hot at the right time. And right now they're built for January. They've got the running back, they've got a quarterback that's a dual threat, and Pittsburgh better watch out, man, because Pittsburgh had an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth. It didn't happen. They'll have the opportunity on Christmas Day to try to beat the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. On behalf of my family to yours, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and stay safe. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.